Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news all right. Folks, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the biggest shakeups in the NFC East in recent memory. Rumors are swirling around that the Minnesota Vikings might be looking to trade superstar wide receiver Justin Jefferson, and the Washington Commanders are reportedly eyeing him as a prime target. Yeah, you heard that right, Justin Jefferson, one of the most explosive, game-changing receivers in the league, potentially wearing the burgundy and gold next season. Now, this isn't just idle speculation. According to sources from Pro Football Reference, the Vikings are considering moving Jefferson in a trade that could involve a first-round pick in 2026 and a second-round pick in 2027. And the reason? The Vikings are in a bit of a rebuild mode, especially after a tough 2025 season, where they finished 5-8 and are struggling with their cap space. They're looking to free up around $22 million in cap room by trading Jefferson, who, despite some injury issues this year, remains a top-tier receiver. Let's get real here, Jefferson is a game-changer. Since entering the league, he's amassed over 6.0 receiving yards, averaging more than 96 yards per game over his career, which is elite. His 2025 stats show he's still among the best in the league, with 64 receptions on 109 targets for 810 yards and 2 touchdowns in just 13 games. And he's not just a volume receiver. He's an absolute yardage machine, averaging 12.7 yards per catch and 62.3 yards per game. His PFF receiving grade is an impressive 86.6, and his yards per route run sit at 264, which is exceptional. Jefferson's YAC, yards after catch, is over 340 yards, showing he's not just a deep threat but also incredibly dangerous after the catch. He's a top 10 receiver in the league, and he has the potential to elevate any offense he joins instantly. Now, why would the Commanders be so interested? Well, if you're like me, you've seen the potential of this team to really take that next step, especially with a solid quarterback and some key pieces around him. Adding Jefferson would be like giving Sam Howell or whoever is under center next year, a true WR1 who can consistently produce big plays. His presence on the field would draw defenses' attention, freeing up teammates and opening up the run game. It's no secret Washington's offense has been solid, but it's lacked that elite receiver who can take over games in critical moments. Jefferson fits that bill perfectly. His ability to create separation, combined with his elite YAC skills, would transform Washington's passing attack into an even more explosive unit. Plus, with the NFL moving towards a pass-heavy game, having a receiver of Jefferson's caliber is a game-changer, especially in the NFC East, where every game is a battle. Now, let's talk about the potential impact. If Jefferson joins Washington, projections suggest he could rack up around 100 receiving yards next season. That's an instant upgrade over what they've had recently and could bump the offense's EPA, expected points added, per target by around 18%. Imagine defenses having to double him or bracket coverage, which would open up even more opportunities for the rest of the receivers, and of course, the run game. Jefferson's presence alone would make the offense significantly more dangerous, and it could push Washington's points per game from around 2021 to close to 25, which is a huge leap for a team that's been quietly building. And let's not forget the big picture here, the NFC playoff race. The Commanders, currently sitting at around 8-9 projected wins, are on the cusp of contention, and adding a player like Jefferson could be the difference-maker in tight games, especially in the red zone. His ability to win contested catches and create separation in clutch moments is exactly what a team needs to push into the postseason and make a serious run. Historically, Jefferson has shown he can produce big plays in critical moments, and with his route running and YAC ability, he's a true X-factor. The odds for Washington to go deep into the playoffs could swing significantly with this addition, especially considering the teams they're competing against. Now, you might be thinking about the cost. Trading for Jefferson isn't cheap, but with the Vikings willing to let him go in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and a second in 2027, it's a deal that could be worth it. especially considering that the Vikings are rebuilding, need cap space, and are focusing on future drafts. The trade also frees up that $22 million in cap space, which they could redirect toward shoring up their offensive line or other key areas. For Washington, acquiring Jefferson would be a statement move, sending a message to the rest of the league that they're serious about contending now and not just building for the future. Of course, some fans might worry about the cost or the fit, but let's be honest, Jefferson's talent is undeniable. He's a proven superstar, a true heir to the Randy Moss mold, with no major injury issues so far in his career. His style of play, elite separation, yards after the catch, and consistency fits perfectly into any high-powered offense. And with the current state of the NFC East, where teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants are all making moves, Washington needs to stay aggressive. Jefferson could be that missing piece to finally take the division crown and make a deep playoff push. Looking at the odds, if Washington manages to land Jefferson, the Super Bowl chances could jump from plus 5,000 to around plus 1,600. That's a massive boost, and it reflects how much a player of his caliber can change the trajectory of a franchise. His YAC and ability to create big plays against tough defenses would be invaluable in high-pressure playoff games. Plus, he's a player who can make a difference in the red zone, increasing Washington's scoring efficiency by around 15%. That's the kind of impact that turns a good team into a championship contender. Now, wrapping up, this potential move has the power to shake up the entire NFC landscape. The Commanders are already on the rise, but adding a player like Jefferson could cement their status as serious contenders in the coming years. It would be a move that defines the franchise's legacy, a visionary investment in their offense and future success. Jefferson's arrival would not only boost the team's immediate chances, but also set a tone for what the Commanders can achieve in the long run, redefining their position in the NFC and perhaps even in the league as a whole. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you think Jefferson would be the perfect fit for this team? Or do you believe the cost is too high? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the future of the Commanders. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news and analysis. We're on the cusp of something special, and this could be the move that pushes us over the edge into true NFC dominance. Let's keep the passion alive and keep believing in what this team can accomplish. The best is yet to come, and I, for one, can't wait to see how it unfolds.